just let it go.
He's got some timing constraints, so we
Okay,
probably
well, we
should.
can just let this go. Let's see what happens.
We'll just rock it out. If we got to do a secondary one later on down the road, we can.
Okay.
Okay, we got plenty of time. Let me hear those other headphones. Check. No, I got nothing in here. There's nothing on in there.
There's what?
There's nothing in there.
You guys hear me?
Yeah. So what do you want to do?
Hello, hello.
Here, give me the headphones.
Check.
Maybe it's my headphones.
Hello.
Live.
We've been live for 3 minutes.
But the beginning shouldn't be still playing if we were from the get-go. Larry Reed, the man on weed, and we're here on the 8.8 version of the Grinder. We're going to try to push it through here. I think we might be having a couple of audio hijinks going on out here. But it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, isn't it, there, Miss Brown?
It is.
That's, see now the there we go. That's what's actually going to be the live as we get going. We might want to wait 2 seconds till we get up and rolling. Make sure we catch up with the wonders of technology here on the Grinder. 8.8 2019. And a good evening to you there, Miss Bronick.
Hello. What happened up there?
He's there. He's
frozen.
there. He looks a little frozen. Our friend Scott McKinley's a little frozen on there.
Scott's frozen. Hold on. We're going to have to figure this out.
There we see him.
I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
No, we all sound toasty roasty.
I can hear you now.
All right,
yeah, we
great.
can hear you now, but it appears that you might be frozen in our frames, right? What's it looking like on his live interview there, CD?
Yeah.
How about somebody out there in La La Land tell us if we've got audio, how our audio sounds, or I might be too loud for the studio.
I need you to push it to my page because I can't.
Hello. Check one, check two.
What's it sound like on the... Yeah, it does. Turn the soundboard off.
Check.
I have to plug my laptop in.
Well, that certainly sounds a whole lot better. That sounds a whole lot better, I believe. go. All we got to do is re-get that interview rolling again. That would be your side over there.
One moment, everybody.
Boom. Okay, you're back.
There we go. Got him back in the scene.
There we go.
Hey, hey.
Hell yeah.
We did it.
It's one of the miracles of technology there, and one of the truly technologically advanced people in the cannabis industry is with us here tonight. Scott McKinley, who was he's always been a trailblazer from Seattle, the Pacific Northwest.
Local native Oklahoman.
Originally in Okie.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the amazing thing. But he shed all of that and went to greener and more resiny pastures a while ago, and been in the Pacific Northwest doing some great stuff out there. And so tell us a little bit more about, rather than me tell about you, why don't you tell us about you?
So, I mean, I started working with company Caviar Gold that is based out of Oklahoma as well. I split ways with them, started the company High Tunes up here in Washington, and High Tunes was based off of Buy a Joint, Get a Song. So we attach QR codes to all of our products, and artists brand that product. So we give an actual brand to an artist so he can go out and say that his joints are in 15, 20 stores, and then he can have meet and greets inside of all those stores and direct his fans to go buy them all. But when they scan the joint, they get one of his songs. So we used artists as billboards, and that helped us push a lot of product. As High Tunes progressed, we wanted to get a little more high tech on it, and we started building augmented reality. So we can build apps that when they look at your product, holograms can come off, videos can come off, and we can add a whole lot of education about what you're about to smoke or eat.
So that the augmented reality is pretty wild. Tell us a little bit more about that.
We had an 8,000 square foot warehouse specifically for processing, and we turned the whole thing into a green screen film studio and lounge, so that we can film holograms and then use a motion capture suit to move those holograms and build different holographic scenes to attach to products and build for video games and TV shows.
And we've got some video, right?
Yeah, I think we've sent a couple of our YouTube unlisted links so that you can show some stuff off that the world hasn't seen.
Yeah.
And so how does this all come about? You're all just hanging out there. You went from the QR codes on the tubes to where's the next progression, or how does that occur?
Well, I mean, as the bigger people and the pharmaceutical companies start to back all the 502 companies, and they start to drive the price down and lose money on purpose and drive the little guys out. And once you start to actually see how they're methodically just pushing us out of the market, I had to start to figure out how to pivot and sidestep. That led me into the CBD market. That led me into Oklahoma Hemp Fest, which I licensed I'll get that right out there. I licensed the word Oklahoma Hemp Fest, created that business, and I brought it to Oklahoma and sat with Lost Lakes. Lost Lakes agreed to do this festival with me. I had the personal relationship with Snoop Dogg's camp, and it was too close to a date, so we were deciding if we were even going to do it. And then Lost Lakes, one of their owners, introduced me to BK Baron Hopgood, his entertainment company, saying that they were about to do a Snoop Dogg show already, and Baron wanted to see if he could take over where we were falling short. So Baron agreed to take a large portion of Oklahoma Hemp Fest ownership if he took over on the day-to-day operations and took all financial responsibility if it was a failure. So I live in Seattle. I'm part of the Hemp Fest family up here, and I had no reason not to think that this guy wasn't honest, and I didn't look up his whole background, and I let him take the ball and run with the whole sponsorship gathering and building up everything for a festival. And he told everybody that he had He was a real estate agent, and he had a house he was mortgaging so that he could put down the money for Snoop Dogg. Well, he borrowed money from his family. That was what I later found out, $10,000 to give to Snoop Dogg so Snoop Dogg would make the announcement. And when it came for the rest of the money to be given to Snoop Dogg to continue announcements, he fell short, and then said we had to push the festival to the next year, and deciding if we were even going to do it apart. And then Lost Lakes, one of their owners, hearing myself as an echo.
Yeah, I got it.
It was there we go.
Yeah, so at the end of the whole thing, we as HempFest, we as myself and HiTunes, we asked for the books. We wanted to see what sponsorships there were, what partners you brought to the table, what's going on. And we were denied access to even see the books. We never saw a single contract. HempFest has never been given access to any information from BK at all. So I don't even know all of the sponsors that did sponsor and who was supposed to get tables, who was supposed to get that, because he hired separate sales reps. So at the end of the day, we came to a big Sheraton hotel and had a big festival that we were supposed to be putting on, and he paid everybody with bad checks. So he paid lights, sound, stage, all the artists, at the end of the day, the hotel, and they all came back thinking that HiTunes or HempFest through this festival, but we licensed it to his entertainment company, and we didn't have any control of the data whatsoever, and we were blocked from having any access to any books and any of the day-to-day information. So at the end of the day, we sent all of our contracts on to the lawyers of the people that were suing, and now they have to go after BK, they have to go after Barron. After Barron came up to Washington in order to see the HiTunes warehouse and see what we were working with, he met a couple farmers with me and instantly asked for a front on a whole bunch of product to be shipped to Oklahoma so he can sell it. And on his way to the airport, I drafted his termination letter for trying to source out-of-state product illegally. And I sent it. I officially dissolved Oklahoma HempFest, citing that the partner that was licensing it for Oklahoma was committing crime, trying to bring outside product to Oklahoma. So I didn't want anything to do with him. I cited it all inside of his termination letter, and I parted ways and officially dissolved Oklahoma HempFest. I'm still recovering from all of the drama from that, but I still have a solid relationship and belief in the HempFest name, and I am embarrassed that I brought it to Oklahoma, and it turned out that this guy just wrote a bunch of bad checks, kept a whole bunch of money, and didn't turn over any of the books, and he's still out there. And has his way to kind of stab me for pulling out on him. He started HiTune distribution in Oklahoma, in which I've had sticker companies call me that he ripped them off. I've had stores call me that he sold them Oregon product and it needs to be picked back up. I've had processors call me that he's selling them distilled oil that's been cut. I've had salespeople call me that he gave them a bunch of flour to sell.
And this is recently?
CBD flour. This is all in the past week.
In the past week.
And he's using the HiTune name in Oklahoma. You go to his website and it says HiTunes Distribution on the bottom. And we have officially, for a year, backed out of all business in Oklahoma. There is no HiTunes business in Oklahoma. We have backed out of THC. We don't sell weed at all. We've backed out of CBD. We don't sell CBD at all. Now, we are just HiTunes Interactive. We build augmented reality holograms, and we film a TV show. And filming a TV show, The Dab Roast, which we have some video and stuff to show you guys on, is taking up all of our time. And we still believe in HempFest so much, we got all of our partners together and we became the presenting sponsors of the entire festival this year in Seattle.
It's awesome.
So we are full on still pushing hard with HempFest, and it really sucks that in my hometown in Oklahoma, I tried to bring the great name of HempFest there and the family environment that comes with it to Oklahoma, and it got twisted around to where now the public thinks that HempFest was a damaging thing to come.
And a bad
But it
thing,
wasn't HempFest's fault. It was really my fault for trusting in somebody without Googling his name. But if you just Google BK from HiTune Distribution's real name, Barron Hopgood, you can see exactly who the guy is. And that's all I have to say.
Right. So tell us more about the HiTunes Interactive.
So the HiTunes Interactive is, we took what is our, in 502, called the quarantine room, where you're supposed to carry all of your weed. And
Hold on.
I can hear one of our ads.
You got some Spanish going on in the background somewhere.
That's one
We
of the
found
augmented
a,
realities.
Oh, that's your app.
Yep. We found a company that builds psych walls, and they build them with a mesh and then cover them in concrete, and then they send them to you for the exact spec of your room. So we measured out our entire room, and we had it built into a full green screen. And we ordered a scanning equipment that is able to do 3D full model scanning of a person, an object, a full car, a statue, and it scans in full 4K color. We're officially the first company to get it through customs in the United States and have the ability to fully scan a person into a full hologram that you can make 40 feet tall if you want.
So we could make Larry 40 feet tall.
I'm already 30.
We could, and attach them to a product.
Heck yeah.
Larry's long joints, 40 feet for the whole weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine
So the whole
resin
goal
coming out
is
of that.
to use the gimmick of augmented reality and turn it into a useful tool to educate and to make an interactive experience out of it in order to make surveys, to learn about your product and grow better, learn what nutrients you're feeding it, makes it burn black, makes it burn gray. You learn a lot whenever you actually get the information back from all of your patients. And if you can attach surveys through augmented reality to where your product, your camera just looks at it with your phone and everything about that product comes off of it, and you can learn and see the farm, learn how it's processed, learn how it's packaged, learn how it's tested, all right there in one program, that's what we're building.
Well, that's freaking awesome. We're trying to get the... You're right there, CD? How much weed you smoking before you come in here tonight? You fucking wasted, bro.
I'm gonna have to get it set it up to do all that.
All right, we there or what?
We're trying to get it up on the laptop so we can show some.
Here we go. Hit the wrong button again. The disco biscuits happening out there in the background. There we go.
Let's get ready to get it.
Okay, so this that you're about to play, this is a demo that Tony Delisio, an AR artist, an AR coder that we worked with, developed for the Mexican pharmaceutical company Gemsun. And it's a holographic doctor that comes off of their boxes in order to describe what the CBD is and how the coating around it is time released so it gets into your large intestine and you get the most out of that CBD. This is a Sky High demo, so when you look at anything that has Sky High Gardens on it, it pulls out a full video tour of their whole garden. So whether it be on their program handouts like this, whether it be on their business cards, it's fully attached. You move it all the way around, and it's a full interactive tour of their garden. Second part of that demo that you'll see in a second is we do the same thing on his business card.
Okay, so that was one of his products. Oh, that's his...
It's his business card.
Yep.
Well, the other one was a product that they showed it on. Oh, there
Yep.
it goes. Hot dog. It's like real-life Pokemon kind of...
Yeah, I mean, we can make different holograms appear with scavenger hunts and make coins appear in dispensaries and different city places that you have to go and collect all the coins to get a discount or a free shirt from that brand. And we can really make interactive hunts and make them Instagram. This is our iTunes interactive preview of our Redman program that you can download right now on the marketplace.
Is that Redman right there?
So anytime,
He doesn't look right.
yeah, that's his logo. So anytime,
Oh,
the
anytime you
volume
see
is
his
muted
logo.
on that video.
What's that?
Yeah, anytime you look at his logo, it spins out his logo in augmented reality on his T-shirts, on his hats, on his stickers, on his billboards, and it plays his latest music video. It is fully attached, so however it moves and shakes, the video is attached with his logo. The actual app now has a blunt that's attached to his name as well that smokes and fills up the room as you watch it. and the video, every time you look at his logo, gives you a YouTube hit.
Wow. That's pretty awesome. And who's thinking all this shit? You guys got some good weed out there, man. What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, we're doing what we can in order to get next level. What we're about to look at is High Road Insurance demo, where it's overtaking the competition. So every time you look at a competitor's logo,
Right.
it overtakes the competition and turns their advertisement into yours. You
And
can
so-
gamify this like Burger King has, where with a Burger King app, if you take a flamethrower on the screen and burn down a McDonald's enough times, they give you a Whopper. This is the same type of principle. As you look at all of your competitors' advertisements, it turns into different advertisements for your company, and you can gamify it to earn points to get different discounts.
Do you have to give the other company credit that you're doing that to their logos, or
Not at all. There are no rules on that right now. It is a fully open game to go crazy.
because now you'd have to say, like, if you had Ford in a commercial, you'd have to say this is a Ford, and Ford is a registered trademark of Ford, and all that kind of stuff. Whereas here, it's just, I was going to burn down a few McDonald's. And
So
get some
Scott,
Burger
this
Kings.
particular product isn't just available in Seattle, it's actually available here in Oklahoma or anyone else for that matter, right?
Yeah, actually, that's one thing that we're really happy to announce here tonight is that you guys are now our handle and our rep through Oklahoma. So if you want augmented reality built onto your app, if you want to set yourself aside and collect all of the analytics from all of your customers and all of your patients out there, then go ahead and call Ms. Carrie Cronick, and she will line you up with an application, and we will program it out with our team of programmers. And it's a pretty fast turnaround. We've already built out the modules. All we have to do is replace them all with your content and make the app go live.
Yeah, so it's pretty exciting, Larry.
That is, it's
Now
amazing.
we lost it.
Yeah,
Lost our mics.
Well, yeah, no, we just can't hear
I can
ourselves.
still hear
We
you.
have to go.
You can
Yeah,
still
they
hear us.
can still
Okay.
hear us.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
so
we're
that's
good.
pretty good, Larry. We're the Oklahoma reps.
That is, it's amazing. All the
Larry's
different
like,
things
newsflash.
that are. I think we have another one coming up here.
I think it's cool. I mean, there's
just that
definitely,
same-
I see a lot of
Yeah.
potential.
This one is for Salvation brand hats. It's a Christian company. Anytime you look at their hats, it has a spinning halo that goes on top of it. And that's a cool little animation that moves with his head and all of that. And we try to take the gimmick of what augmented reality is like this with a company and figure out how to turn it into an actual useful tool in order to gain analytics and gain a curve on your company. This is my actual executive producer reel. So I also direct music videos and all different kinds of story videos. So this is my reel if you guys want to check it out.
Yeah, it is. I was watching it the other day when you first. I think you first put it out. I never actually put one of these things out, so you dropped it there, right? It's pretty fairly new. Chris Crazy. What? How long? Wait, let's go back to that for a second. How long have you known Chris Crazy? Long time or?
Like 15 years. He's one of the first guys that we ever did music videos with, and he gave me my favorite nickname, Sensei, which is still on my Facebook.
You known Chris Crazy for 15 years, huh?
How long you
Long
been knowing
time,
him,
man.
Larry?
We did music videos in medical days a long time ago.
I only met Chris Crazy at I met him in Bomb Extracts over at Seattle at Emerald Cup like last season or something like that, and they were hanging out or something. No, I met him somewhere else, just somewhere like you don't really remember him, but then all of a sudden it becomes part of your fabric because the dude's
And you know, there's a lot of people that have that crazy attitude like Chris, where he tries to get everybody's attention in the room, and he's the loudest person in the room, and always gets that energy that's lightning in everybody. But I can honestly say he's one of the most professional stand-up people I've ever worked with, and he is actually our first celebrity guest on the Dab Roast, our show.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I hope you get him to drool some spittle and all that kind of stuff. Like he's making.
Yeah,
his
he
homeboy
coined the
do.
phrase the kabobble, and he's actually
Kabobble.
He's been on TV, famous for the kabobble, because if you take a lot of dabs and you take a whole lot of moisture through those hits into your lungs, you create a lot of lung butter, which is like a walking pneumonia. And every once in a while, you have to cough and hack that up, and it's gross. And everybody that dabs a lot, you know what I'm talking about. That is an official term that Chris Crazy coined, called the kabobble.
The kabobble. Okay. I just called it lung pie.
Anyway, it sounds
and
gross.
so where can we find the dab roast?
Anywhere, you just type in the dab roast on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and you get to check out what we're working with, what we're doing. So we took our whole green screen, and I first made a dab competition for the dab roast, for 1 gram dab. And I had a bunch of influencers step up to the plate to take a 1 gram dab. Little do they know that I was in search for a host. So I was trying to find who can take a 1 gram dab the best. And Chris Crazies is right down there. So I got a lot of people to take some 1 gram dabs, and I found the host that was able to take one down and not cough at all. And he can take 10 dabs in a row and ask 10 questions easily. And that is Dab Life Mike. He is the concentrate runner from Green Rush. So he's going to come on as the host. Chris Crazy was runner-up because he did finish the whole gram, but he did cough his ass off, so it would be hard for him to ask all the questions. But he is very witty, so I'm looking forward to some real questions coming his way.
Well, let's
That's
see if we got
awesome.
some. Let me turn the...
Doesn't want to go, guys. Boom, America's fucker.
We got the lid in there.
Oh, shit! We're 30s.
I got to cut the sound or they're going to kill us on the copyright thing. Because that's actually from a TV show, right?
That's actually a copyright-free downloadable from YouTube that I specifically downloaded to use.
See, but I don't...